it feels good to just sit here by the river. And I want to share this. Just there's some things that you want to leave open. You know, a sister shared a song, Don't Take Shape. And you put that together with the apathy and the wisdom of my mom and my dad and my grandmothers and Sadhguru and the Oneness University and that native wisdom of being an open channel, of being in that space of allowing and in the now, and just that space, that transparency that Sadhguru was sharing. I cannot remember the word. For me, it's the word apathy embodies it for me. And not apathy in what we have turned it into. The change in the word. It's kind of like the whole thing of being a witch or a woman or whatever. We've turned it in. It was indoctrinated into us that even the number 666 is evil, or I remember the time you didn't want to say that you were native. You didn't want to say that you were a pagan or anything like that, a Wiccan, or it was all turned so evil with witches and stuff like that. Anyway, the word apathy is actually a state of awareness, a beingness without suffering. And it's not that you don't have feelings. It's not that you don't feel blissful. It's not that you don't get excited. It's not that you don't go on adventures. It's not that you don't have sadness or compassion, or you don't feel those feelings. You feel them. You can even express them. It's not getting lost in them. It's not suffering because of them. You feel pain, but you don't suffer the pain. It's that space of allowing it to flow through and be with it. You're just here in the now. And you feel it, you express it, and then it moves on, just like that blade of grass, It's traveling along in the river. And it is okay with whatever is, right? The non-human animals, well, they express that and demonstrate that so beautifully. And if we connect with our animalistic side, we're just in the flow with it, just being an animal that we are, we can be that too. We are that. It's when we attach to all of these beliefs and, this is the way it's supposed to be, and blah, 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 and our expectations. And we create our own suffering. There is no doubt about that. We create our own suffering. So, but with that, I remember that feeling of when one of our most beloved sisters shared, I'm stepping away from the circle for a while. I'll come in and out. I don't think I can go cold turkey. I love y'all, but it's time for me to make some new stories. And I remember that so clearly. It was just like this whoosh. in the energy. It's like, wow. And I remember feeling this space of me wanting to kind of step back in a way, and I did for a week. I kind of went into the background for an entire week. But I also remember when it was, I'm going to finish this project with the family, and then I'm stepping away for a little while. And I think I shared that in one of my other journals. And yet, I love these sisters and this family so much that, yeah, maybe I will, or maybe there's another side of me that is going to, another layer of the snake skin, and maybe there's another peel happening. One of our sisters just had a beautiful peel expressed to her, demonstrated to her yesterday. It was such a magical moment. Such a magical moment. I think it was a moment that, it definitely was a moment we shared together. And it felt so right, and so real, and so perfect, and so beautiful. This sister and I, we've had quite a few magical moments together. And along with another sister. And I think I expressed that yesterday. It was that I had that moment of, I'm just so fucking done with this, right? Well, I'm enjoying these prayer stones so much. Just like enjoying the drawings so much. And we enjoy coming together and showing up for ourselves, through and for each other so much, and the synchronicities that take place, that maybe we're gonna stay. I don't know. We're gonna see what we migrate into. We are just allowing things to flow and be in this space together. And we squabble periodically. Is this a talking circle? Is this a ceremony? Is this a, dissecting like psychology session or philosophizing session? What are we doing here? And yet, deep, deep down in our inner knowing, we know what we're doing here. We're alchemizing together. We begin our day in what I consider a very sacred way. Now, each one of us have our own morning practices that we do, I'm sure, before we ever step foot into the circle, and sometimes we get lost in what we're doing, that, it's like, it's circling up time, it's ceremony time, it's fire ceremony time. Well, for myself, and I can only speak for myself, it is a ceremony. My day is a ceremony. Every hour becomes a ceremony in itself, it's I have practiced and been in this space of ceremony for so long that every day is a ceremony. It's a ceremony within a ceremony within a ceremony. And then, everybody gets an opportunity to speak and share what's on their heart. Well, that's a talking circle, a form of a talking circle. And we are in a theme, a planetary alignment, a gene key, a topic for the week that we really delve into, and they synchronize up so beautifully with each other. And we share our insights around it, and music around it, and poems around it, that it becomes itself in itself, and so beautiful, right? So there's that ceremony piece. There's the talking circle piece. There's the behavioral piece, you could say, or the psychology or the philosophizing piece. And we bring in traditions of many kinds. And so it really is in all our relations. And at the same time, and the one piece that really fully resonates with me is it is a prayer time, whether we realize it or not. And this is where you go back to the original meaning of the word prayer. And prayer meant what I speak, what I vibrate at, the vibes I'm sending out, which speech is one of those, drumming is one of those, music is one of those, art is one of those. What we vibrate at and put out, what we speak, is a prayer. And that's where magic came from, that whole abracadabra. What I speak creates. And that is prayer. And so that is where that whole being very mindful about what we speak becomes our prayer. I have a call coming in, and this is the second time they've called, so I must answer. Forgive me.